Good morning, guys, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 1. We're finally here, and we have a lot of work to do. Let me just go through how this month is just gonna kind of go for me, because we have a lot planned. I have some surprises in store for you that I can't wait to share. If this is your first Vlogmas, if you haven't been around the channel, we have a lot of new people. Welcome. One of the big things I do every Christmas to kind of help bring the traditions that I grew up with, because I come from my mom's side of the family is a big Italian family. So one of the traditions that I try to do every year for my friends, I throw a big Italian Christmas dinner. And I usually do that dinner party middle of December. Scheduling was a little bit crazy this year. And so it is literally at the beginning of December. I have a little over a week to get this dinner together. Now, I've known this date was coming, so there's been some planning done ahead of time, but we have a lot to get done. We got the tree up. That's the only thing I have done so far decorating the apartment. The entire apartment still needs to get decorated. That is going to be priority number 1 for this Vlogmas series. But over the next couple of days, the first half of the week, I just want to transform this apartment. That is the first thing. And then we have to hop into preparing this dinner, because I do a full 6 or 7 course Christmas Italian dinner, and I make my grandmother's lasagna from scratch, which takes a couple days. I bake. I love Christmas baking. There's just a lot that needs to get done. Today, the plan is I want to clear out basically everything from my apartment, living room, dining room specifically right now. I can focus on the bedroom later. Anything that I am not planning on using decor-wise. I just want to kind of get a blank slate, and then I need to get all of my holiday stuff up here so that I can take inventory and see what I'm going to use this year, see if there's still some stuff that I need to get to. I know textile-wise, some pillows with some holes there that we need to get. But I really want to take inventory and take stock and hopefully start decorating the living room, dining room, kitchen, this whole massive area today. Especially because I really want to, if I need any more garlands, Michael's was having a really big sale and I want to go. I don't want to miss that. Anyway, welcome to Vlogmas. We're hitting the ground running. Let's start decorating this place. So I think I'm gonna pull everything that I'm not using and let's throw it on the table for right now so that I can box it up. Make a blank canvas of this apartment. Basically everything fall. I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab the container for all of the fall decor stuff. Get that all put away so that it doesn't become a huge chaotic mess in here. Do that first, and then I'll bring all the Christmas decor up. Just clear all this out first. Forgot a pumpkin. Dang it. Woo! All right, we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. It's definitely starting to feel a lot more bare in here. Blank canvas, cleaned this out. One of the things that I think I'm gonna do is, normally I have these two small chairs over by the window, and I like them because they're low. They don't really block the view or anything like that, but they don't really fit with the aesthetic that I'm going for Christmas right now. Not to mention I put the tree in the center this year instead of off to the side, so they're kind of just splitting the difference. I think what I'm gonna do, because last year I put the Christmas tree, my actual Christmas tree, in my bedroom, and I wanted to do that again this year, but I have my giant armchair, the leather armchair that I reupholstered, in there, and I kept it in there, and it was just so tight and congested. And I was like, well, what if I bring that out here? It's gonna fit the whole like Ralph Lauren ski chalet thing that I'm going for out here a lot better than it will in there. Throw that out here, maybe move one of them into the room just to get it out, and then the other one I can go down in storage just for the season, you know. Obviously I'm not getting rid of them. I think that might help with the vibe that I'm going for in here. Let me switch those chairs up really quickly. I think that's the only furniture thing that I'm moving around big. The rest is all decor. Right now. Question is, what side do I want it? I think I want it on that side because it would make sense with that. This might feel a little, although this is the biggest area. I don't know, let's play. Not gonna be good for my back. Now for the fun part, trying to get this chair through this door. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Mirror does not need to weigh that much. I do this last time. Okay, maybe. Woo! All right. If I put it over here, obviously it'll have more space, but I think it'll feel, I don't know, like weird just having it right there. And then that feels tight, close to the tree. These are gonna come over. So I guess it could come out further, but then I feel like I'm losing space. Then it starts to feel tight, right? If I put it back in that corner, I feel like it's gonna be like an afterthought maybe. Oh my gosh. Feels more open with it over here, but it feels weird to have it here. Feels like it's just kind of pushed back in there. But I also don't want it like right next to the couch like that. I like the amount of space it gives me having it back there, but I just don't think it makes sense back there. It looks like I just pushed a chair into the corner. Whereas this feels so much tighter over here, but at least looks a little bit more intentional. Although if I keep it over here, I can put this little table next to it. Maybe that'll help. Let me this side? No, honestly, I feel like this side better, maybe. Have it back there a little bit further. I don't hate that. This is gonna drive me crazy, and I don't have time to spend on it right now. Honestly, I think it's too crowded over in that corner. I think it has to go over there if I'm gonna do it at all. I think it just crowds the tree just a little too much. I'm not gonna stress about it right now. I'm gonna stare at it for at least a night and see if it really bothers me or not. Otherwise, I can move it back. But let's go ahead and get the rest of that Christmas stuff up here, and we can start assessing what we have and start transforming this place. Looking at just the pillows I have here, I know I'm on the right track. I like the assortment that I'm getting here, but I am definitely still needing some more stuff, especially the plaid ones. I was thinking I was like gonna get more of the leather ones because Ralph Lauren has a lot of the plaids and leathers, really kind of like that masculine stuff. And I was gonna buy more of the ones that I have, but I think I actually have a bunch of the like vinyl fabric that I use to upholster that chair. And that could be, I mean, I don't want it to be super, super matchy, but if I do like 2 in that same fabric on the couch, that can like, I think that would be a really cute tie-in. I think that might work. And I think I have a lot of that fabric left over if I could remember where I put it. A lot of the outdoor stuff. Oh yeah, this was so cute. Ah, yeah, I used these in the tree last year. Oh, these are pretty. I need to know specifically, garland-wise, what I have for the fireplace, for the bedroom, and then I also want to do an arch above the kitchen. I feel like I should do something in the front windows too, just to maybe like frame out the tree a little bit more. Wish I had more of like a cedar one. That's what I really want. You know, especially if it like comes down, all these things I still need. I need it to be, I want it to be fuller though. Do I use just greenery, or I have these white berries that I love. I was thinking about using these up above the kitchen because I think it might pop next to the green of the kitchen. So last year I did fresh greenery and I did it all the way up and around, and I want to do something similar to that. I'm thinking because I have this plant here, I have no other place for my large birds of paradise right now. It doesn't make sense for them to go all the way up and around, so maybe it just like arches over and spills down onto this side. But I could do something a little bit more unique instead of just the greenery over here, and I could do most of the greenery in there. What if I do like, because the white next to the green, that like pops. Especially if I do like a red ornament on top of it. I think that could be cool. Got so much stuff here. I actually kind of like them. Yeah, maybe I'll just keep them. Let me tell you something. I went crazy with the ribbon last year because Joann's was having big sale. Joann's, rest in peace. Buy 2 get 3 free stuff. Crazy stuff. I have a ton of velvet ribbon, which I'm gonna make great use of because that is very Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren. I actually don't think I need much from this one. This one smells like Christmas. Something cinnamony in there. Woo! My back. Trees and stuff like that. Used to just like collect Christmas trees of every kind. This looks... I have so many different types of Christmas trees, but I just like to kind of like splatter them all over the entire apartment. A little reindeer. I feel like I always start getting overwhelmed by when all the stuff starts coming out because there is a lot of it. This happens every year, and especially when I'm trying to like stick to a theme, I feel like I can get lost really easily. Luckily for me, most of the stuff that I have is already kind of in that theme. I have a lot of brasses, I have a lot of golds, I have a lot of like dark greens, velvets. I'm not completely starting from scratch with this Ralph Lauren theme. But there are specific things in my head that I know I do not have, and I think that's what's like keeping me from stuff right now. So I think what I'm gonna do now that I have an inventory of what I have again, and know what I have and know what I need, I think what I really want to do right now is work on that uplighting and work on those gifts underneath. I think if I can finish the whole tree area, that'll help me, and then I can just kind of move this way. And that's something I can do right now because I have a bunch of that wrapping paper and I have boxes and stuff and I have the light, so I can see how this is really going to work. And I think that's going to be the best use of my time right now, so that tomorrow I can run those errands first thing in the morning, and then I can get to actually moving stuff around and putting it in the proper place because I have all the garlands and all the other pillows and stuff that I need. I'm gonna grab one of those lights and let's see if we can figure out the lighting on this tree. So I have these lights. I have a couple of them. And I got these for my Oscar parties way back in the day. I actually used them last year. If you saw, I did that like floating ghost in my room for Halloween. I use them for these. I can control these on my phone. They have all these different color settings. The good thing about these and the placement of the tree, purely accidental by the way, is that because the rug is like, the edge of the rug is right underneath the tree, I feel like I can hide this whole cord underneath the rug right here and just plug it in over behind the couch, and you're never gonna see the cord. It honestly is gonna be perfect. And then, like I said, I wanted to, just because I don't wanna just see a light right there, I'm just gonna surround it by gifts and have it be in the center. Let's wrap some gifts and see if I can surround this and make this look cute underneath here. The idea is there. I think it's starting to look good. It's really well disguised. I think I definitely need more. And I think I also want to add some ribbons and bows and stuff to some of these packages. Guys, that is day 1 of Vlogmas. We have a whole month ahead of us. We have so much to get done. I will see you bright and early. But as promised, a lot of you asked to see the tree at night. So I am going to leave you with this thing lit up at night, and I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Bye guys.